Hello guys, welcome back to another weapon focused run. I know the last couple videos have been just kind of weapon focused, you know, the railway rifle and now this one. But it's because I'm working on a slightly bigger video that I want to get out as soon as possible. So I think these kind of weapon focused runs might just be the focus for now, and I'll get back to doing character based ones as soon as I've got more of my other video finished. So without further ado, we will be asking the question, can you beat Fallout New Vegas with just a straight razor? I name myself scotthall in memory of him and Razor Ramon. Have a pitiful attempt at trying to make him look anything like scotthall, and putting my stats just more focused on a melee build. Not really going for scotthall, just the straight razor build here. I go for barter, medicine and melee weapons, take heavy handed for now and skilled, and find out that I've got a straight razor already in my inventory. Now, in terms of a weapon, I've never really used it before, but I know that it's, you know, very quick, low damage but very fast kind of DPS, so I think overall it should be quite a simple video. And in memory of old scotthall, turning heel on Sunny Smells and turning heel on the people of Goodsprings, I felt only appropriate here. Get an interesting look of Cheyenne with a very flat head, see Joe Cobb talking to no one, and then head out and have a nice conversation with him anyway. It's time to take out the people of Goodsprings before I even get the quest really set up and just start taking out Easy Pete here. Easy Pete though would like to remind you guys to like and subscribe to the video, it helps out so much. I do a very literal attempt at death by 1,000 cuts. I had no idea that Victor would turn on you if you just started attacking the people of Goodsprings. I'm sure if you side with Joe Cobb he does it before, but I feel like if you attack him beforehand, he just for some reason goes aggro on you, I don't know why. But anyway, with most of Goodsprings wiped out, I decided to take out Ringo and kind of get this quest finished off, you know, so I can enjoy that nice bit of sweet XP. Doc Mitchell barely stands a chance against my cutting edge technology. Boo. I decided to get rid of heavy handed because I want to focus more on the critical chances and take my razor straight over to the Convicts Prim just to see how strong it is. And to be honest, out of all the melee builds I usually do, I mean, it really does cut through them really quick, pardon the pun. Speak to the one true sheriff of Prim, go over and speak to Vulpes to get my quest in order, and head over to Oliver to do the only thing that's suitable. I mean, I don't remember the last time I even heard his dialogue. I mean, it's just such a waste of time. Head straight over to the Mojave Outpost and see that it's only 69 caps to restore all the way to full, which I think Scott Hall will be very happy with. Get caught up by Malcolm Holmes as I'm trying to make my way over to Novac out of nowhere. And I get this really sweet pose from Malcolm in this vat. I mean, look at that. Has he ever looked more powerful? I mean, I almost didn't want to kill him.
Boy! In a man's world. And I'm a man who loves to play with boys. What the?
I did, but like, part of me was like, God, if I could just freeze him in like that, like a statue, I'd keep him forever in my little hidey hole. I give him the old Razor Ramon charm to the blind Deathclaw and run right past him. Hey yo. God, why did I do that? Anyway, back to the commentary. I get past the blind Deathclaw without even really getting a hit and jump right onto. Oh wait, I did get hit. I forgot. And jump right on top of Harper's shack. Only an arm hurt and well, safe. Really, I'm safer off for it. Don't know why I left this clip of me getting to Ranger Station Charlie in. It meant nothing to the run. Don't know why I've left this in the recording. Speak to Boone for a little bit of fun here, so I can go over and speak to old Jenny May.
You deserve everything you get.
For this challenge, I decided that I wanted to do some of the more regular quests. Different methods of how to complete them. I mean, that's nothing to do with this one here. I mean, all you can do is kill the Nightkin. But when I head over to Repconn, again, a quest I didn't have to do, but I wanted to get a bit of XP because I'll show you later on why I wanted some extra XP. But when I head over to Repconn, I decided that this time, instead of helping Jason and all his people, I'm going to do a slightly different way. The fight with the ghouls outside goes as normal as it usually does. Head inside the little station, and I get really freaked out as this ghoul just turns into a shadow, some sort of shadow. But when I look away, he's back! I mean, the real Silent Hill is right now. I mean, that is terrifying. I go to see Chris, and then what turns me here is that as I go in, a feral ghoul follows me and attacks me. And to me, their fate is sealed. I mean, that was clearly set up. They were trying to turn heel on me. They were trying to NWO me, so I decided to NWO Jason Bright. Just like old Flair, drop the leg, bosh, here we go. Time to hit him with the razor's edge. I mean, literally. Despite him trying to run, Chris can never get away from me, and as Chris Hansen would say, please take a seat right over here. And as he tries to sit down, I send him right over the edge. I mean, that is Mufasa is in its own right? For some reason, the basement key wasn't on Jason Bright, so it's just locked forever, so, good enough. This Rad Scorpion tries to kill me in Private Kowalski, but we take it out as a team. And I decide to talk Jessup down and to negotiate peacefully between him and the NCR. For some reason though, Private Kowalski is pissed at me for helping him with the Rad Scorpion and thinks I've done something rude.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
I don't remember hitting the memorial, but I talk him down again. I head straight over to Hoover Dam, get myself a nice little snow globe, and I head straight over and get another snow globe at the fort. I head straight to the Kings because this is where I'm going to get my main weapon for this entire run. I look for all the little doors, and you guys probably know who I'm looking for, but for those who don't, there's a member of the Kings. I'm pretty sure his name is Figaro, something like that. Sergio, sorry. The weapon's called Figaro, I think. And he will have, you can't pickpocket it, it's on his person, but he has a special straight razor called Figaro, and its DPS is about double that of a normal straight razor, so it's literally twice as good as any regular straight razor, and it looks so cool as well. I really like the design and the engraving on the blade. It's and a nice little white look on it. I'm running through to get to the strip, and Old Ben literally catches me midair, and for some reason I've never seen them do this before, the Securitrons. They blew me up when I was trying to enter. I'd already done the credit check, so I just waited to the side. They didn't blow me up that time. And as I entered the strip, I remembered I didn't get the snow globe at Goodsprings, so I go back with all the dead bodies and quickly grab one. I get a bit sidetracked though and decide that I want to go deal with the boomers now. And I've never quite seen George do this. I went to attack him, he started to run, and he just decides to run straight into right into the boom, right into all the bombs. And I don't know if you can talk him into doing this, but I think it might have been a glitch because I didn't say anything to him for him to do that. So, well, there you go. That's him gone. And I showed George how you should have done it. And although my head and my leg gets hurt, I still make it to Pearl with no problem. I'm not going to turn heel on the boomers because, again, I think I've done that a good few times. So instead I do my normal stuff, my nice little medicine checks, head over, listen to Pete, because there's something special about listening to Pete, you know. It's heartwarming, you know. You can put the Steam Deck down and you just get a nice little break, ask him all his questions, head right over to Jack and give him, how much scrap metal? 26 scrap metal. And that is enough to get me already in good graces with the boomers. Now remember that because we'll get back to the boomers later. I decided as well in my completely untracked mind to go deal with the Brotherhood of Steel, but for some reason I forgot to pick up any of their holotapes, so I can't even get into the bunker right now. So I head back to the boomers, grab the holotapes, and I head straight back to speak to the Paladin. Now again, like I said earlier, I wanted to do these quests a little bit differently. So I do speak to the Elder and decide to deal with the NCR Ranger by smashing his radio. I mean, I could have tried to kill him, but yeah, I know he's only here at certain times, so when he wasn't there, I just thought, smashing radio would be a bit quicker. But here's where I wanted to do a bit of change. I decided that I wanted to help Head Paladin Harden here, him become the Elder. So I've got to go do the virus fucking quest, and this quest is... although I'm speeding up here and you're watching my successful attempt, it probably took me about 4 or 5 attempts, and it's just luck. You start the virus isolation, and you've just got to pretty much hopefully you hit the first 3 in like succession, because there's no skill to it. I mean, if there is, I've never learned it. After that's done, I decided to go get the rest of the holotapes. So I'm going to take out the Centaurs of Black Mountain and move my way over to Repconn to get the last holotape. Now this is where one of my favourite speech checks in this game comes right in. Luck 7 ice cream, and boom. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. I certainly will, sir. Thank you very much. I go over to speak to Head Paladin Harden, let him know about the little stunt, the binding of the change, blah blah blah, and turn Harden into the Elder. Now I did forget that you got to take out the Garrett's form to get the power armor training, so I just decided to do that there. Finally, a linear quest that I'm trying to complete in order as it goes. So no point of wasting all this precious stuff. I head straight over, steal all the stuff from them, and I try and sell it right back to them. They don't have a lot of caps on them, which is annoying, so I end up taking a lot of the ammo just for carry weight and decide to start their quest. Now, this comes from one of the comments down below, but yeah, if you just let this gambler in who says he's got an old revolver, he'll go in and wipe out all the Garretts for you, which in one of my previous runs I had a little bit of trouble doing, which was annoying. So I head in, finish off the job, take out Simon, and yeah, that's a quick way to take out the Garretts if you need to. I go over and speak to Elder Harden, gives me some power armor, and I get some power armor training, which is very nice. I get some T51, and for one of the first times I'm leaving the Brotherhood bunker, not blowing it up. I decide to head straight over to the tops, deal with Benny, as why not, try and get this main quest moved along as much as possible, get this pretty sweet knockdown into the back and just finish him off, give him a nice... It was a close shave there, Benny, but I still got you in the end. I go to speak to Yes Man, just give him a little nudge nudge wink wink, and then going over to speak to House as well. You know, just, you know, I want to touch base with everyone, you know, I want to speak to all the people out there. I get 10,000 cats from Jane, which is quite a lot, probably my biggest haul in one taking, and finally try to continue on with the Boomer quest line and raise the lady from the lake. I mean, at this point, guys, we have seen this so many times. I mean, do I even have to explain what's going on? You attach the ballast, you try not to drown, and you head over and you start spamming Loyal's detonator to raise the bomber. I mean, every playthrough I do this. I realise here that you can just unmatch your armour so you can run a little bit faster. And on my way to the Great Crown, I decided to take out Cook because, you know, for good reason.
Come on out, you rapist!
Cook's one of those characters that in every playthrough you should try and kill him, you know? Just for good old justice. I head straight over to Red Rock Canyon to meet up with the cans. I stop by for a cup of coffee with Papa Can, and I'm sure at this point you guys can see what's coming. I mean, it's literally about to start, and Emily Orteal, she is the person that is going to be the catalyst for this. So I start spamming my attacks so she can't speak to me, and I aggro everyone on the strip. But the second I put away my weapon, everyone just, you know, starts calming down. And although Emily does speak to me, even though she's on 1 bar of health, I decide it's time to finally hit it. The heel turn has came. I'm hated by the strip, and I'm hated by the followers. It's time to pull the old switcheroo. The outsiders are here. It's time to get Hulk Hogan in the team. The NWO have arrived, and I am turning heel. That's why I spoke to Papa Can for 5 minutes. That's why I spoke to Yes Man. We're going independent. We're getting all the people on side for just a little bit, and then we're just gonna turn on them. And what better way than to get Mr. House and to put Benny's suit on him? I mean, that is poetic justice. It's like poetry in motion, or Shakespeare on a motor scooter. To continue this heel turn, I head straight into Gamora and just start swinging as well. I accidentally catch myself in a nice little soft lock here, so obviously I don't have a gun to shoot the Gamora cashier. So I decide to VATS him and I just get right into the little spot. And I assume, wrongly, that the cashier will have the door for the room. The key for the room. He doesn't, and it's 100 lockpick. I checked all the crates, I could not find the key. If anyone knows how to get the key for this room, please let me know. But at this point, I was pretty convinced that I had soft locked myself into this room. Because I can't shoot anyone, which wouldn't have helped. And I can't get out. The lockpick's too high. So I decided to steal a pencil to really show that I mean business and hide in this corner. Because what I need is for someone to approach the window so I can VATS back onto them. Kind of like the Rad Roach in the start of Fallout 3 if you want to punch him to death. And that's exactly what happens. Someone gets close to me, I can VATS right back through the wall. And yeah, if you ever find yourself locked in a room, the best way is to VATS on someone. You can pop right through that wall. I take out Big Sal and get cheered on my way out of Gamora by the same NCR that tried to kill me 2 seconds later. I head straight over to the White Gloves, and there's only one way this is going. It's time to start swinging. And this was actually pretty difficult. Not because they have armor or anything, like their armor is very poor, but they've all got melee weapons, so trying to take them out, it's just a lot of blocking. It actually probably took longer than Gamora because a lot of them just use guns and you can wipe them out a bit quicker. I head over to Yes Man, tell him all the fantastic news and get him hooked up into the nice big computer. He tells me that I have not settled anything with the white gloves, as if I had not even seen them yet. For some reason, killing Mortimer and half of them wasn't enough to get me on their bad book, so I decided to head in and take out Marjorie, because I think she's the only other kind of main person except from Chansey in the white gloves, so I assume if she's dead, I'm good, right? And, well, I don't even go and check with Yes Man, because there's only one thing to do. Well, there's many things to do. I just like doing them out of order, and that's head straight to Cottonwood Cove to speak with Caesar. I mean, at this point, Caesar has... I mean, I've got the Beware of Caesar, but in my head, I'm still kind of... Still needs good books a little bit, so I head straight up to the fort, and what I need to do is speak to him, get him unhappy, so I can turn on him right away, straight away later on. Caesar is happy as ever to see me. He lets me know about all the things that I've done already. I mean, talk about a creep, you know? I head downstairs to upgrade all of my Securitrons, here at my Securitrons, and run through everyone and go back to Caesar and let him know that I 100% completed his task. And he told me to go handle the boomers, which I just forgot to ever tell them that I raised the lady from the lake. So I'm actually at this point curious to see what would have happened at the end. Like, because the lady's been raised, they technically do have the bomber. So can I... Will they help me in the Battle of the Dam? Even though I never told them that I did it, but I did do it. I'll be curious to see. I use all those extra caps that I got and get some implants. Head over to the old El Dorado substation to override the chip, and decide to head straight over to the Battle of the Dam. Now, even though I helped Jess up earlier on and never did anything to piss off the cans, they for some reason are pissed off at me. I decided to attack like one of the first NCR troops I've attacked in this whole playthrough. I mean, the NCR have had nothing to do with this run, have they, at all? I don't think I've spoken to anyone from them. And yeah, they go down pretty quick. I mean, it doesn't... I wish I got the Piercing Strike perk. I forgot to put anything into unarmed, but yeah, it still does pretty good damage, even to people in power armor, which is... That bodes well for the end of the game when I gotta fight the Legate. After I finish fighting them, I install Yes Man into all the computers, and even though I said I want to do all these quests a little bit differently, I did power up the dam, but I should have destroyed it just to see what happens. Anyway, I get a nice view of the Securitrons wiping out Caesar, which is always nice, but I'm sure you can notice there's no bomber, there's no boomers. Yeah, if you don't turn in the end quest, yeah, they just don't turn up. So I take my anger out and throw this Praetorian Guard into a ditch. I repair my Figaro with all the straight raiders that I brought and decide to take on the Legate. Now this fight with the Legate, I would say, is probably one of the harder ones that I've had to do. And it's not because of the weapon, it's just all of his guards at this point. And I kind of did come into it a little bit lower level than usual, even though I've got power armor. But anyway, it does take me a couple attempts. So I go back in, take out the Legate, and my goal is to try and knock him off the side and just isolate him, you know. But his two Praetorian Guards, I'm pretty sure that was some sort of comedy thing where they both punched the side of my head simultaneously and crushed my skull, because I went flying in about one hit. Next attempt, and I've got the Legate on the ropes, trying to knock him down this hill, get him one-on-one. And as you can see, it's working out pretty well. The knockdown effect is really good, and this time I'm remembering to get Stonewall, because it is very frustrating to be fighting the Legate and constantly knock down your ass, trying to get any sort of like rhythm in the fight. I decided to take the Legate camping, jumping in between the tents to try and keep it one-on-one, because man, those Marksman Carbine Legion soldiers, they do tons of damage. Yeah, you really forget just how much they can wipe out your health without really paying attention. And without the Piercing Strike part, the Straight Razor at this point, although it's, you know, got a lot of high damage, it really is death by 1,000 cuts. Just like Victor, I might be the first person to ever say this, but the fight with Legate Lanius reminds me a lot of the fight with Victor. And I might be the first ever YouTuber to say that. Because as you guys can clearly see, I have probably slashed the Legate at least 7.2 thousand times. And he's still just, I mean, that time I literally hit him into the ground so hard he flipped, but still, you can see I've finally gotten to the point where he goes to the next stage of the fight, and he just starts lobbing grenades at me from out of nowhere as he runs away. He's also using all of his healing stuff. I mean, his health's definitely went up. And I'm sure he's only got like healing powders on him, so it's not too bad, but still, if you give him enough time, he'll get all his health pretty much back. Well, not all of it, but a good chunk of it, which with this weapon is a lot of added time on top. I get him into that, and I'm able to get a really good knockdown on him that fires him right down the hill. Again, any sort of gap between him and the Praetorian guards it saves so much time because I get a lot of hits uninterrupted. And I get that nice kind of flaming effect on the melee weapon, similar to the Roman video with the machete, which I really like the look of. I wish you could have done more like flame infused weapons that had that kind of red glow on them, because it's a real nice effect. I'm sure you guys are noticing just the flashing and the moving. I mean, I'm not even pushing forward on the stick, I'm just getting knocked around by the Praetorian and spamming all my stim packs. I think I had about 100 when I started the battle at the dam, and I'm pretty sure by the end of it I have 0. So I'm just standing and trying to hit the leg as much as I possibly can without focusing on these guards, just to take him out, because he's the one that can really do the real damage if you're not paying attention to him, and just hitting stim packs as much as I can. I think at this point it was a good idea to not take heavy-handed, because it's the critical strikes that I think are doing the most damage here. I think I'd love to test it, how many hits it takes if you got heavy-handed or no heavy-handed, but I think for a weapon like this that has more critical strikes, it's definitely beneficial to not take it. But honestly, at this point I'm just rambling to wait until the leg goes down. I mean, you guys can see how much I am just swinging and swinging, and he's still standing. I swear he's on, he's at 4, he was on 2 health bars before, now he's got 4. He definitely uses his healing powder very tactically. Like, he doesn't just spam them all in one big go. He waits until you nearly get him and he puts them back up. I mean, can you guys see anything visually right now? It's just sparks of weapons and chainsaws hitting my power armor. I mean, it's probably the most chaotic end fight I've ever had, except for maybe the boxing tape video when I'm taking out General Oliver, because that's similar. That's a lot of heavy soldiers just knocking you around for about 20 minutes until they eventually all go down. But as I'm sure you guys can see, the legate is nearly done, and in all that chaos he finally does fall, and I'm able to steal the rest of his stuff. I mean, he still had grenades to use, which would have probably been quite handy if he could throw them, because it might take out some of his own soldiers. But yeah, I speed this up so you guys could see. It took me probably another 15-20 minutes just to slowly chip away the rest of his guards, just because at this point they've got chainsaws. And I think I only had like super stim packs and food healing supplies, so I had to be a bit careful. Didn't want to die and, you know, restart that fight again, because it took so long. I take a nice moment to admire myself and my power armor with my nice straight razor, because, you know, why not? Why not admire yourself? I get to the top of Oliver, I get a nice bright flashing light. I mean, god, 3 times speed and he still walks out slowly. Let him know that I'm taking this down with yes man. I mean, I don't know, the only way I think I could have done it differently is if I threw him off the bridge, but you need speech for that, and I never put anything in speech unless I have something very particular in mind. It's just such a cheating skill. I blow up General Oliver's head, speak to yes man, proving that yes, you can indeed beat Fallout New Vegas with just a straight razor. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the simplicity of that video. That was a nice run to play. I liked using the armor that I wanted to. I think that might be the first Fallout New Vegas video where I've used power armor, except for the chosen one, but that was more of a character requirement, not like I wanted to use it kind of thing. But yeah, I had a lot of fun making it one, and I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching it. Remember to like and subscribe if you got to this point. And yeah, look forward to the next big video that I'm going to bring out. I don't know if it'll be next week or the week after, but I'm planning it now. I don't want to spoil nothing, but I'll let you know when it's nearly done. I'll let you know in that week's challenge video about that video. But yeah, I look forward to bringing it to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed again, and yeah, see you later.